This is my standard model of fender cover. It's the least inexpensive cover that I have, but extremely popular and works incredibly well. My design criteria for fender covers was very simple. I want something that will never fall off that fender ever, no matter what you do, not once in your lifetime. Instead of the first time you rub up against it, run an air hose across it, or start your engine, like everything else out there. I want something that would never move against the paint. Because as soon as you have something moving against the paint and you have any dirt on this surface, the dirt will get drug along the surface of the paint and cause scratches. So anytime dirt is pressed against the paint and moved, that's how scratches are generated. So I don't want anything that moves against the paint. I also want total access to the engine bay. I didn't want to be laying fender cover over to here and covering up everything that you have to work on in here up against the wheel well. And there's like a lot of stuff in here now. All your modern electronics is in here. So if it's covered up, then you have to take the cover off and you have no protection whatsoever. This fender cover achieves those design objectives, and this is how it's constructed. All along this top edge, sewed in here, I have magnets. There are divider seams all the way along, so the magnets never bunch up all in one position. The magnets are right here. You can see when I bend here that you've got a north magnet, the south magnet, and a north magnet here. They're held together magnetically, so if you drop something on them, they bend, they flex, they don't crack and break. There's a steel jacket that comes up one side, across the top, and goes down the other side. So you can drop something heavy on them or hit them with a hammer, and that steel jacket protects that magnet inside. And the guarantee from the manufacturer of the magnets is that they will lose less than 2% of their strength per century. The magnets can be shifted anywhere in between the divider seams. You just walk them along with your fingers. And that's to get around rubber bumpers and bolt heads on the inside lip of the fender in here. Because each vehicle is a little bit different. So in this vehicle I've got some bolt heads and I've got some rubber bumpers. And on a Mercedes-Benz and Volvos you have bolt heads all the way along, and sometimes you've got little strengthener ridges coming up here on the inside lip. My magnets will only ever go on this lip. They will never go out here on the paint. And that's a mistake that some manufacturers have made. They have magnets that go on the paint out here. And even if the magnets are covered and you put those magnets on the paint, all that has to happen is you just take that magnet and move it against a dirty fender and you're guaranteed a scratch, because you've clamped dirt against the fender and you've caused motion. So as soon as a dirt particle or a metal particle gets moved against that paint, it's going to scratch, guaranteed. So I never put my magnets out here. I just put them on the inside lip, because then I never have anything on this painted surface that would be exposed when the hood's not closed. And I'm going to shift the magnets here just quickly now to make sure that I don't land on any rubber bumpers inside, and then I'll put the cover on and show you how it works. Everything goes on fast, simple, and it's easy to use. All you want to do is just make sure those magnets are seated down in on the inside lip right here. Once those magnets are in and on, I'm going to lean against this cover and show you that I can lean on there with the full weight of my body and slide in and out of that engine bay, and that cover won't move against the paint. Okay, so there's no motion against the paint, so you won't be getting any more scratches. Air hoses, light cords, everything slides right over the top. Cover doesn't fall off, doesn't move against the paint. Total access to the engine bay. Nothing is covered up anywhere. You can come in here and work on everything right up to the wheel well. And the high coefficient of friction surface grips the paint. You slide here on what I call the zero coefficient of friction surface. So that's the slippery surface. And again, the cover's never falling off, unlike everything else, which will fall off in the first 5 seconds you use it. When you're done with this cover and you want to store it, you can store it against anything that's clean, that's metal, usually the back of a tool chest drawer. Just lock it on like so and go to work. And if you don't have a situation where you can store it against anything that's clean, that's metal, I have north side magnets in one half, south side magnets in the other half, and you can fold the clean side in. North and south magnets will lock the clean side together, fold it one more time, and tuck it into the tool chest drawer for storage. And that's my standard model of fender cover.